What is the matter? Quinta? Hello? Lowly realm to Quinta, come in.
It's gone.
What is?
The sword.
Sword? Do you speak of Tawemon's blade?
No, not that one.
Then be more specific. We cannot understand you.
The sword I made.
What? You made a sword? Here, in this pass? Come to think of it, you did mention something like that back when we were getting started. So you were serious?
Someone like you wouldn't understand.
Fine then. Do as you please.
Don't be like that, goddess.
Would you make up your mind?
I see. As a blacksmith, you wish to create a sword to surpass Tawemon's. It is not such an unusual desire to have.
So, that's the general idea,
Yeah, especially for me.
At any rate, a sword that no one knew about cannot simply up and vanish. And what's more, everyone was present and accounted for after
I can sense a faint force from this shed. Quinta, I have a question, if you'll indulge me. How did you acquire the materials for this sword of yours?
I snuck out with the dog and gathered them. Ashigumo lent me a hand too.
That Ashigumo. We relied on him overmuch. To think he was doing so much for us all.
He is a stalwart ally, to be sure.
Man, now I feel really bad.
So, you used amber as your material.
Yeah, I heard that it's full of divine power, so I just had to use it.
You act on just about every stray thought to enter your mind, don't you?
Amber does not merely hold divine power. When enough is accumulated, it can form the soul of a divine being. In other words, amber is what gods are born from. If you melted that down and hammered it hundreds of thousands of times to create a sword, then...
Could it be?
Did I make a god?
Most likely, yes.
That is an amazing feat for a human.
Well, even supposing he did manage it, the god in question is yet a newborn babe. We must first search the pass for it.
No way.
Should we...
Oh, Lady Sakuna. And Quinta, too. This morning, I discovered that my sword was broken. Behold, it was fractured quite cleanly. It almost looks as if it has been cut. Truly mysterious, wouldn't you say?
I'm sorry. It's probably my fault.
What do you mean? I see. If my father caught wind of this, I would receive the scolding of a lifetime.
A mere scolding for breaking a family heirloom? I would think he'd be far angrier than that.
Well, I cannot wield a sword anyway. However, no matter how large the gulf between us, my father still terrifies me.
I'm real sorry. We'll fix it later so you can use it again.
Oh ho! So you've become a skilled blacksmith, have you? Magnificent, Quinta.
Quit it, would ya?
Are you...
Curse you, Sakuna!
What? Shall we have a royal sparring match? Brace yourself, you diminutive delinquent!
Cease this at once!
So, was this truly the work of Quinta's sword?
There is no doubt. I sensed the same force in the house as the one that was in the shed.
Still, why would it do such a thing? It cut a fellow's sword instead of a human.
Quinta, did you have any particular intention in mind when you set out to make it?
Power. wanted it to be strong, sharper than any other sword.
Hold on a moment. That sounds like...
Yeah, like Ishimaru. I mean that, really, but... Maybe the bandit who kidnapped us, but... I can't help but agree with what he says. There's no good or bad, just strong or weak. And the weak get eaten. I've seen that for myself.
Quinta.
I started smithing because I wanted power. Don't get me wrong. As I hammered away on the metal during our stay here, I forgot all about that dark stuff. I just wanted to put my own mark on it.
Oh, the radiant spark of youth.
Can you sound any more like an old man?
I believe the magical sword he created absorbed his thoughts and took on a life of its own. And in order to prove itself the ultimate weapon, it broke, it cut Toemon's sword. How brazen of it to ignore me, the greatest holy sword in all of Yamato.
Is it not because you are already broken? And besides, you are but a hilt.
Such insolence.
Does that mean it is left in search of more swords to break? The only other laudable swords on the island are Ishimaru's and the demon's swords.
Compared to Pops' blade, those are just lumps of metal. You've been to a bunch more places than we have. Can't you think of anything else?
What do you think, Tama?
Let me see. How about this? If it does not show itself, then how about we keep an eye out for it as we travel the island?
I strain to believe that plan took much effort. But I suppose it beats sitting idly by.
Please find it. I'm begging ya.
Good grief. Are you not the one who wailed, "It's over," when the house was destroyed? You certainly changed your tune quickly.
I do believe she has you sussed, young man.